It's a beautiful day for a ball game. Good afternoon and welcome to the Union Baseball and Softball Complex where your Union Redhawks tonight take on the Collinsville Cardinals. Let's meet the starting lineups first of all for the visiting Cardinals. Batting first at second base, number 14, Jay Widemere. Batting second at shortstop, number 7, Bentley Brown. Batting third, the pitcher, number 6, J.J. Burwell. Batting fourth at first base, number 16, Preston Willis. Batting fifth, the catcher, number 1, Caden Tript. Batting sixth, the DH, number 2, Jackson Savoy. At 7, number 3, the left fielder, Josh Rimpley. At number 8, the third baseman, number 12, Cal Schulman. At 9th, the right fielder, number 19, Caden Cups. And your center fielder, number 10, Parker Collins. Now it's time to meet your hometown Union Redhawks. Batting first, right field, number 15, Gavin Wilhelm. Batting second at second base, number 3, or third, pardon me. Batting second, at second base, number 8, Isaac Arrietty. Batting third in right field, number 19, Devin Blackwell. Batting fourth, the designated hitter, number 25, Armando Gomez. At 5, the center fielder, number 11, Asher Fowler. Batting sixth, the first baseman, number 3, Zach Oliver. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 12, Chris Weinbarger. At number 8, the shortstop, number 6, Cody Young. In the ninth spot, the third baseman, number 1, Mishon Minners. And your pitcher, number 10, Connor Douthit. Now, as you are able, please rise for our national anthem. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, even if you can't be at a game and if you have friends and family at home who'd like to make it out, they can watch. The game is being broadcast on the Union Sports Network. Just give them a text or a call. Tell them to go to unionsportsnetwork.com. That's unionsportsnetwork.com, and you can watch any archive game broadcast on Union Sports Network this year or in previous years. Now let's play some baseball. Well, welcome to the stream on what is an absolutely beautiful day here at the Union Baseball and Softball Complex. I'm Rick Corey along with Andy Irwin and the crew. It is about 70 degrees. It could not be nicer after what has been a deluge of rain for most of the week. Of course, this field, being artificial turf, has not had a problem. It lists the wind, if you look at weather sites, at around 3 miles an hour, but judging by that big American flag straight out in front of us, it is not anywhere near that. It's probably more like 8 to 10. That flag blowing straight out to what is kind of right center. Center field here about 365 feet. Down the line's 315, but any ball that's hit in the air is going to have a little bit of help here tonight. Well, as we begin tonight's game, this is a really good Collinsville Cardinals baseball team. It is really led by Bentley Brown. He's a 3-year starter at shortstop. He's about 165-pounder, so he's not a real big guy, but he's got great power. They have a couple of 2-year starters, including Preston Willis, who's been a varsity player since he was a freshman He's going to be at first base, and Cal Schloman, who's at third base and has also been a 2-year starter. Very experienced group, very good group, and they have been playoff team or a state playoff team many times in the past. Of course, Union had a nice win last night and hoping to get one here tonight as well in what could not be a better day for a baseball game. We're about to be ready to get this thing underway. Coaches have met, lineup cards have been exchanged, and we are ready to play baseball. Batting first will be the second baseman, number 14, Jace Weidmere. So we'll get this one underway. Union, as you can see tonight, it is in a beautiful pinstripes. The white jerseys, white pants, the pinstripes, and the red numbers. Let's get them underway. First delivery just to the outside. That'll be ball one. Connor Douthit does tend to work fairly quickly, and you can see that right there. That got the outside corner. That's 1-1. Really haven't had a lot of wind here in the previous games, even though Oklahoma's mostly windy all the time. But this one's pretty windy. That's a swing and a miss. 1-2. Douthit again quickly ready. That one's going to be hit to the air in right field. That's going to be a little bit of a tough play, and let's see if he can get there. Cannot. That ball's going to fall. It will be a single, though. It's a good job out there in right field by Wilhelm to try to get there. But as I mentioned, that wind's blowing strongly enough that will kind of push that ball over, and it seemed like it did a little bit of that. So one runner on. Shortstop, batting second, number 7, Bentley Brown. And this is that experienced player we talked about. This young man can put it in play, wearing appropriately Mickey Mantle's number. Let's see how it goes. Pretty good lead over there from Weidmere. From the stretch, that's a straight down the middle strike. Douthit looks sharp in those 4 or 5 early pitches. Kind of a cursory throw to first base. Wasn't a terribly good lead that time by Weidmere anyway, but just to let him know he's looking. 0-1, nobody out. One runner on. That delivery high. Nice job coming out of there really quickly by Weinbarger just to make sure that Weidmere did not have any desires on second base. 1-1. Douthit checks. The delivery. That one's lifted straight up. That looks like a fairly easy play at first. It's going to be a hard time to get back, but nice play. I say fairly easy. The wind really played havoc with that one. That was a heck of a catch by Zach Oliver. He had to dive to do it, and then Weidmere was a little further away than he thought, I believe, and he had to dive back, but he made it, so that's one out, and we'll leave one on. Batting third is the pitcher, number 6, J.J. Burwell. Burwell's another guy who's been very experienced for them. As a matter of fact, they went into the year believing he would be their best pitcher. And obviously not a bad hitter either in the 3-hole. Delivery will be outside, ball one. Lefty against lefty. It's a pretty good gap out there and right down left field. He happens to be able to put it over there. That one was just on the outside corner. Nice pitch. That's going to be a strike. We're at 1-1. Another throw over to first base, but no problem for Weidmere. Douthit just wants to make him sure he's aware. One and one out, one on. Little high, ball two. A lot of folks came over from Collinsville tonight. Nice Friday. Don't have to worry about school tomorrow. Or hopefully work. That delivery is lifted up. Looks like around the shortstop area. Second base, there we go. Second base, he was able to make the catch without any problem. Nice job over there by Arrietty. So that's 2 down. We'll keep 1 on. Still just 1 on. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 16, Preston Willis. Willis is a big young man, as you can see. That bat looks awfully small in his hands, as a matter of fact. Douthat's delivery a little high for ball 1. Wiedmeyer got to first. Kind of a right field fly with eyeballs, but just got out of the way of the right fielder, but he'll stay there for right now. A couple of nice defensive plays, and Douthat seems to be on. That pitch just a little low for ball 2. Another throw over. Quite a gift to be a lefty and be able to look at first base the whole time without peeking over your shoulder. That delivery is hit out in the foul territory. All the woods that kind of surround this and seclude this baseball stadium a little, considering that it's like it is, kind of can swallow those balls. 2-1, 2 out, 1 on. Douthat trying to close out the inning, but that's a little high. It'll be 3-1. In danger of moving that runner over here. It's actually hard to believe you're where you are, right off 169, if you're facing the way we're facing here, which is kind of southeast. That delivery was just strike. Willis, a little bit of a bluff there, acted like he was going to trot down to first, but no thanks. 3-2, 2 out. So the runner will be moving over at first base. That's Wiedmeyer. Payoff from Douthat. Oh, that was close, but they're going to call it high, and that'll be a walk. So we'll have first and second. That was close. Batting fifth, the catcher, number 1, Caden Tript. Tript, as you can see, different kind of kid. He's a lot smaller. I mean, Preston Willis looks the part. He looks like a big major league first baseman. Tript's a little more compact. Douthat ready for pitch 1. Now has to guard 2 bases. That one's going to be hit out to left field. Should be a fairly easy play, and it is. So that's going to be 3 up, 3 down as Blackwell, well, more than 3 up, but 3 down as Blackwell makes the play. So nobody scores. We'll go to the bottom of the first half with Union coming up to bat here on the Union Sports Network.
Select Commercial Group, a part of Coldwell Banker Select, is a highly reputable and professional firm specializing in commercial real estate services. David Roberts heads up the group with over 40 years of management experience and over 20 years in the real estate market. Sarah Bergeson, Scott Job, Jason Smith, Amy Bauman are skilled professionals that are poised to help you achieve your goals. Select Commercial Group treats their clients like family. With a wealth of experience and expertise in the industry, they are dedicated to providing exceptional services to clients seeking commercial real estate solutions. Whether you are looking to buy, sell, lease, or invest in commercial properties, their expertise covers various sectors, including office spaces, retail properties, industrial facilities, and more. Select Commercial Group is the go-to partner for all your commercial real estate needs. Call 918-695-6979 or 918-394-0700. A sponsor of the Union Red Hawks.
One fly ball with eyes, 1 walk, And one runner, well, actually two base runners, but nothing happens. And so the bottom of the first is out of the, or top bottom of the first is out of the way. And we are 0-0 here at the Union Baseball Softball Complex. Rick Corey along with Andy Irwin and all the folks. On the mound warming up there for the Collinsville Cardinals is the pitcher J.J. Burwell. See if Union can make a little something happen. We saw that fly ball create a little bit of havoc in a couple of them actually, just because of the wind here. It's going to be a day if you can get the ball up in the air, you might be able to cause some trouble. You see Burwell as he warms here. He's got a lot of movement on that ball. Couldn't ask for much of a nicer day, starting around 70 degrees, and it doesn't look like there's any threat of rain here in the afternoon. So a throw down to second, and we'll get this thing underway. Bottom of the first. Batting first for Union, the right fielder, number 15, Gavin Wilhelm. Gavin made a nice catch out there. Well, almost made a nice catch out there. It was really difficult. He got to it as quickly as he could, though, and held it to a single. So Burwell will deliver here to Gavin. That one just on the outside corner. That's ball one. You can see, even here on the stream, there's a lot of movement on Burwell's pitches. That one's hit directly over the second baseman. Nope, he was able to get back and get it. What a catch by the second baseman. Oh, my. Jace Wiedmeyer had to go way back on that one. And again, the wind was Union's friend, but he was able to get to it, and that's one out. Batting second at second base, number 8, Isaac Arrietty. That's a tremendous play out there. That was not easy. Wiedmeyer had to lay out pretty good to get it. Burwell got the outside corner. Strike one. Again, you can see that movement. His curveball looks to break about 1.5 feet. You saw it right there. That curveball, just a beautiful pitch for strike two. 0-2 here with one out. Nobody on. Burwell working quickly. Outside on purpose, but a nice job right there by Isaac to wait, so it's 1-2. That one's lifted just out to left field. The wind's going to carry it, but that's going to be an out. Secured out there by Josh Rimpley, and that'll be 2 down. Batting third at right field, number 19, Devin Blackwell. Blackwell will step in with 2 outs and nobody on. A little inside there for ball one. Ball two. Good patience in there. Burwell a little slower with that one. He's hit directly to second base, scooped up, and that'll be 3 up, 3 down. So that's it for the first. We'll go to the top of the second next here with a 0 score. Union nothing, Collinsville nothing here on the Union Sports Network.
Shields is now open at the Woodland Hills Mall in Tulsa, and we can't thank you enough for the warm welcome. Whether you love the great outdoors, sports, or fashion, Shields has something for everyone. Our passionate and knowledgeable Shields experts are excited to welcome you to explore thousands of brands and premium products. From our golf simulator, service shop, archery lanes, and more, we're ready to get you fitted with the best gear for you. We can't wait to see you at Shields.
When summer heats up and your AC isn't working right, be cautious of being pressured into a replacement.
It's always a good idea to get a second opinion, and Airco will let you know if your AC is worth fixing.
So call Airco today for a free second opinion.
Three down for Union in the bottom of the first inning, so we'll go to the top of the second here. Union and Collinsville at the Union Baseball and Softball Complex with a 0-0 score. Rick Ray here, Andy Irwin, got all the volunteers here. Not a bad first inning for Connor Douthit, one that, as I mentioned, just kind of landed out there because of the wind, and past that, did a nice enough job to get him out, so we are scoreless. Weinbarger with the throw to second, and we'll get this thing underway. Batting first, designated hitter number 2, Jackson Savoy. Savoy is another big young man. You obviously a lot of high school baseball teams, you don't see a lot of very kind of built like a tight end guys, but you're seeing that from Collinsville tonight. Lefty on lefty here. Just on the outs, or the inside corner, pardon me. That'll be ball 1. It's an outside corner if you're a right-hander like me, huh? Not that I could hit any of these guys. I'd create fan noise. I'd be so bad at it. Out the second pitch a little low, ball 2. That one's swung and missed, and so that's going to be strike 1. That was a nice pitch anyway. It was going to be hard for Savoy to lay off that one. Two and one, nobody out, nobody on. We are on the top of the second. That was a heck of a curveball. As a matter of fact, Savoy ducked, but guess what? That's a strike, 2-2. That ball broke late, and I don't blame Savoy because heading right at his noggin for a second there. That one's a little bit low, and it'll be ball 3. And it bounced away. Let's see if the umpire wants a new baseball. Nope. Apparently they're going to stay with that one. 3-2, nobody out. Savoy's ready again. That delivery a little outside, and that'll be a walk. So it's the second walk of the night for Douthit. Jackson Savoy is on. Next up in the lineup, left fielder number 3, Josh Rimpley. Another one of the guys that is a pretty experienced player here for this Collinsville group. It's not terribly easy to find records in high school baseball, but they were 26-5 not long ago. This is a really good baseball team. Douthit's first pitch is high. Ball 1. Pretty good lead out there for Savoy, too. Got some young ladies dancing right in front of the window here. It is a joyous day at the Union Baseball Stadium. Douthit's delivery. An attempted bunt goes foul, so it's 1-1. A lot of velocity on that one, so it was going to be tough for Rimpley anyway. 1 on. Nobody out. 1-1 here in the top of the second. Douthit's delivery again, an attempted bunt, and that one went all the way to the screen for strike 2, so it's 1-2. Weinbarger gave it a quick look, but he knew he couldn't get back there to it, and it's not arena football, so it doesn't count off the net. Well, the old arena football. Douthit checks. Delivery, that one was bunted well. Not quite enough time to get to second, so they'll make the play at first. Douthit make that throw. It's pretty close. Almost got him at second base. Savoy had decided to turn that corner a little wide, and the late throw almost got him, but it did not. Third baseman number 12, Cal Schloman. So we have 1 on, second base, 1 out, and Schloman comes to bat. And again, take a look. That's another big young man. Dowsett gives a quick look. Delivers. That's right down the middle for strike one. Pretty sharp tonight and working fairly quickly, although he is watching that runner. Arrietty sneaks over every now and then. That delivery is going to be hit right to Arrietty. Isaac makes the play, makes the throw, and that'll be 2 outs. Savoy did move to third, though. And once again, getting close to taking off. Right fielder number 19, Caden Cups, is your next hitter with 2 out, but a man on third. So a big out here for Douthit if he can get it. Let the Redhawks come to bat in the bottom of the second. Douthit focused on that runner. That one's a little low, so ball 1. He fired it in there. Ready again, swing and a miss, and throw down to third base. Not quite. Minners was there, but he had gotten back. That is strike. A nice quick delivery by Weinbarger. So we're at 1-1. Douthit a little low, 2-1. And Savoy over there on third. Not taking a terribly big lead. That pitch way high, and it's going to be 3 balls and 1 strike. 2 outs here, so just looking for 1 more out. Get the Redhawks out of this inning. That delivery is swung on and fouled, so it will go to 3-2 with 2 outs, so the runner will move. And that one, I think, ricocheted off the top of the concession stand, where you can, once again, the burger smell kind of drifts in every now and then. I don't know what they put on those things over there, but they do a nice job. It sure looks good. Here's the payoff, and that one hit him. Hit Cup right in the back. So Cup will be on base. Center fielder number 22, Parker Collins. Well, at least that's who they have listed on their lineup card. That is not who is walking to bat, though. Going back to the top of the lineup, and Jace Wiedmeyer. Pitch number 1 is a strike. So 2 outs, 2 on, first and third base. And Wiedmeyer, who singled in that little lofter to right field, back at bat. Quick throw over by Douthit. Nothing there, really. You still get out of this one. Just need 1 good ground ball. Or an easy fly ball. Another quick throw. Wiedmeyer readies again, 0-1 here. That was a heck of a curveball, strike 1. And there's another one of those things that broke a long way. Now, obviously, in this case, Wiedmeyer didn't bail out because it's coming away from him, but you can understand why a lefty might. Weinbarger moves to the outside of that plate, and a swing and a miss. And that'll do it. So, Union gets out of it with no runs scored. Nice job by Douthit. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Tied at 0, Union and Collinsville here on the Union Sports Network.
Does your school or organization need athletic apparel or spirit wear? Let me suggest Inkwell, a Tulsa-based company that can get you the quality you deserve at unheard of and unmatched lead time. Talking 2 weeks or less, not 2 months like most others, and can do it as much as 60% less than most of the big guys out there. So join the likes of Sand Springs, Union, Broken Arrow, Jinx, Oolaga, and Glenpool, to name a few, and get your customized sublimated uniforms, including Under Armour, Nike, or Adidas, at inkwellnation.com.
So we go to the bottom of the second. It's 0-0 here in the Union Baseball Softball Complex. Rick Corey, Andy Irwin. We even have Boston here in the booth with us. Glad to have you along, Boston. How old are you? You're 11? Okay. You had to think about it, though, didn't you? I got you. I surprised you there a little bit. Yep, you're always welcome up here. I want to remind you the next broadcast will be Tuesday night. It is state tournament time in soccer. The girls will play Broken Arrow at 6. That should be fun. And the boys against Bartlesville at 8 at the soccer complex. Those will be broadcast right here on the Union Sports Network. Number 25, Armando Gomez, steps into bat here for Union. A 0-0 score. Swing and a miss. Burwell put that one in a great spot, and it's 0-1. That curveball hit the corner, but boy, it barely hit the corner because it ended up a couple of inches outside the strike zone. It's 0-2. Way high, so we've got ball one. Gomez won't go for that. He's going to certainly let that one fly by. Burwell's been good, though. That one a swing, and that's going to be popped out to right field. And again, that might be a problem, but nope, it is collared by the right fielder, Caden Cups, and that will be out number 1 for Union. Next up, center fielder number 11, Asher Fowler. And if you can just get Fowler on base, he can run. No score here, although Collinsville did significantly threaten in the bottom of that first. Burwell's delivery is a beautiful curveball for a strike one. You know, they can go back to the dugout and tell you all day about that curveball, but you got to see it when you're standing up there. That slider goes to the outside, and we're 1-1. You really have to experience the break on that ball before you can really get ready for it. Burwell's delivery is lofted out, kind of right center and deep, and that one might go, and it did. The wind helped that one just a little. Fowler got it up high, and Asher Fowler hits a home run, and Union will lead this baseball game 1-0. That ball looked like maybe a little low. He almost golf swung that thing, but he was able to get it up in the air enough, and then the wind helped a little, and there we go. Well, that's a home run for Asher Fowler. Next up, first baseman number 3, Zach Oliver. You know, Oliver's got to be thinking, you know, if he can do that, let's have a parade of them, guys. See how Burwell responds. A little bit high for ball one. So a 1-0 lead for Union here in the bottom of the second. Burwell put that one right. We needed it, and we're at 1-1. He is a fast worker. There's a great crowd here now. Some late folks filtered in way outside there for a 2-1 count. We had a pretty good crowd when Stillwater came down. Of course, everybody wanted to see a certain young man you might aware named Holiday. But this is an even bigger crowd now. Collinsville's closer. That's a great job. Curveball, boy, that broke again, and we are at 2-2. My goodness, that's a nasty pitch. Oliver steps back in. 1 out, nobody on now. Swing and a miss right there. The ball was dropped, but He'll be thrown out by the catcher, and that's going to be an out. Catcher number 12, Chris Weinbarger, your next guy at bat. 2 out now, but a 1-0 Union score on the home run by Asher Fowler. I guess you could say Burwell gathered himself pretty quickly. He had a 3-up, 3-down first inning, so that one hit kind of softly to third base, corralled there. He's going to have to hurry. He does almost pull the first baseman off, but did not. So that's a nice play over there at third by Cal Schloman, and that is 3 down. But Union gets the home run from Asher Fowler. They lead 1-0 here. We'll go to the top of the third next here on the Union Sports Network.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
Life doesn't wait for you to slow down. When you're moving fast and something doesn't feel right, Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma is here to help you stay in motion. Through our combined expertise in orthopedic surgery, non-surgical medicine, and comprehensive whole patient treatment, our team has your back and every other joint too. Ready to get back out there? Visit AOOK.com and let's move forward together. Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma. Heal, recover, advance.
Home run by Asher Fowler. Put Union on top 1-0 as we go here to the top of the third. I want to remind everybody, if you're in the stadium or if you come to the stadium another time, concessions are open. They make a mean burger over there amongst other things, hot dogs, popcorn, sodas, you name it. Head over to that concession stand. You're going to make yourself pretty happy here on a beautiful day at the ballpark. Normally, the wind's blowing the wrong way today, but normally every smell from over there just wafts right into here. And it will definitely make you hungry. So the Asher Fowler home run makes it 1-0. But really the most dangerous part of this lineup coming up to bat with Bentley Brown, J.J. Burwell, and Preston Willis here for Collinsville. Douthit has allowed a base runner or two, but he's worked his way out of a jam. The pitcher, number 6, J.J. Burwell. Pardon me, the shortstop, number 7, Bentley Brown, will be next to bat. Not many 3-year starters in very good baseball programs around here, and Brown is a 3-year starter. A serious young man. Outside for Douthit, that is ball 1. That pitch on the outside again as well, so we're at 2-0. Douthit again working pretty quickly. Again, outside corner, 3-0. Kind of experience he has. Brown's not going to swing at bad pitches very often. Same corner, that is 4 straight balls, and he will be on. So Bentley Brown will walk. And now, pitcher number 6, J.J. Burwell, will come to bat. Burwell just fired the sleeve behind him, and it hit Preston Willis right in the stomach. Willis looked at him like, come on, dude. Judging from that, Burwell would be a really good deep snapper. So we have 1 on, nobody out here, as Brown is on first base. Outside, and that is the 5th straight ball from Douthit. Brown's lead not too big as of yet. Of course, with a lefty, he's looking right at you. Now he's going to sneak out a bit. Quick throw over, no big deal. That was down the middle, but a little low, so that is ball 2. Weinbarger's going to go out and have a discussion. That is 6 straight balls from Douthit, who really was very sharp in the first 2 innings. Other than he had 1 walk there and then a hit by pitch. Curveball just got away from him. Two and 0 to Burwell, no outs. 1 man on. Douthit again a little low, so that's going to be another 3-0 count. There's a strike. That breaks the string. We're at 3-1. Sometimes that's all it takes. You just need that 1 good pitch to kind of open it up. Ooh, that was close, but that's low, so that's 2 walks in a row. And Burwell will be on as well. And that brings up the big guy. Gonna have a courtesy runner. That is number 11, Isaiah Carrasco. And there's going to be a conclave at the mound, too. Bullpen just getting active now for Union. There are folks on the way down there. Really had been a really good couple innings for Douthit, other than, as I mentioned, he had the hit by pitch and the 1 walk, but he worked his way out of those 2. And last 8 pitches, 7 have been balls, so going to slow things down, get somebody up out in the bullpen. Now, many times in this situation, you just got to ask, you know, are you hurting? Is there something different, something wrong? Just want to make sure that there's not something that, you know, popped up, an injury or something. Jackson Franklin is the man up out in the bullpen. First baseman number 16, Preston Willis, will be next at bat. And again, take a look. That is a good-sized young man. He walked his first time up. So there's no one out. Runners on first and second. Union up 1-0, but Collinsville certainly threatening here top of the 3rd. Inside for ball 1. Quick checks by Douthit. Well, that was close, but a little low, so it's ball 2. And the umpire stands because Weinberger got up, wants to run out and have a conversation. They're trying to help Franklin get loose here. 2-0, 1 Willis with 2 on and nobody out. You see right there on the bullpen the action out there with Franklin. Working pretty diligently. Douthit's delivery is a strike, so 2-1. Well, if Willis, with this wind, were to actually get a hold of one, he might hit it over to the tennis complex. That's another strike. Nice pitch in there by Douthit. So we're at 2-2. Runners on first and second. You got a good double play opportunity here. See if they can pull that off and save Douthit. Burwell, pardon me, Willis stepped out. That was a long focus there by Douthit. That's going to be inside. It's going to be 3-2. So a big pitch coming up here for Douthit. We don't want to load the bases and at least have something in place. You got a chance for an out or two. 3-2, nobody out. 2-1. That's a little low, and that'll be a walk. That is 2 walks for Willis, so even though he is their 4-hitter and a big guy, he's also patient. Catcher number 1, Caden Tript, coming to bat with the bases loaded. And I think that might do it for Douthit, as we'll have another meeting on the mound. Yep, they have called for Jackson Franklin, and he is on his way. You hear a lot of names here that you hear in crossover in other sports, and of course, certainly in football and other sports here. Union, like many other high schools, sponsors so many sports, and these young men are usually encouraged to play more than one sport. We live in a time of specialization, but it's always fun to see somebody cross over and play basketball or football, and we had certainly those guys this year and some out here right now as well. So that'll do it for Connor Douthit. Again, he had 2 really good innings, but just could not find the strike zone as well here in this third. 1-0 Union here in the top of the third, but Collinsville with 0 outs has the bases loaded. As Franklin will get warm. The entire infield behind him as though it's kind of a team picture. That wind has not let up here either. It remains almost straight out to dead center. Ball bounced away, and Caden Tripp made a nice little play and tossed it to Weinberger, but he wasn't looking, so it bounced right past him to the umpire. That's breaking ball right there by Jackson. You know, obviously in high school, you get a lot of guys cross over. They'll be position players. They'll be pitchers. Gomez, of course. It's a lot of games this year, and then DH plays first and occasionally other places. If you watched in the Union's basketball team, which obviously went all the way to the state finals, you got a young man named Corbin Gunn who was incredibly fun to watch in basketball. He's also a soccer player, and Andy tells me he's having a fantastic season. And that'll be the next broadcast, will be soccer games. These are in state tournament. On Tuesday here on the Union Sports Network, soccer, girls against Broken Arrow at 6, and the boys against Bartlesville at 8 over at the soccer complex. If you want to watch Corbin, he was really fun watching during the season in basketball, I'll tell you that. So we'll get it back underway. And once again, the catcher, number 1, Caden Tripp, will be at bat. Nobody out, bases loaded for Collinsville, although they trail Union 1-0. So Franklin comes into a pressure-filled situation. Pitch 1 hit right back at him, and it's going to go up the middle. No one can get a hold of it. That's going to score at least 1. Actually, that ball was collected so quickly out in the center field by Fowler, they couldn't score more than 1, so we are even. That one almost took Franklin's leg off, and just nothing they could do at short or third. It was their second, pardon me. It was almost right over that second base mark. So that's an RBI for Tripp. DH number 2, Jackson Savoy. So Savoy will still have the bases loaded with an opportunity. And we are tied at 1 apiece. Still no one out. Franklin. Nice curveball for a strike. Broke quite a ways. Savoy just patiently watching. A pretty good gap out there in left center. If he could get there. That curveball got the outside as well, so it's 0-2. With those two behind him, Jackson's ready quickly. Jackson Franklin against Jackson Savoy. Savoy will step out. The delivery. Swing and a miss. So he'll set him down. Strikeout. Left fielder number 3, Josh Ripley, next up. Well, that's a good sign. It's 1-1 now, but even with the bases loaded and 1 out, you got an opportunity for a double play here to get out of this inning and even. And that'd be a big win right about now. Franklin checks quickly, but focus on the batter. Outside corner, and he almost swung but did not. That's ball 1. Ripley grounded out his first time up. Franklin's curveball, that's a nice one. That's going to be in there for a strike. And Ripley just for a second almost turned to bail, but that ball broke quickly. The delivery, low, ball 2. 2-1, bases loaded, 1 out. 1-1 game here, top of the 3rd. That one is going to be hit to short. Quick little play. Can they get the double play? And they did. So that's going to get out of the inning. A tremendous job right there by Union defense. You got the old double play right there, and Union is able to maintain at least a 1-1 tie. So 1 run scored. That's it. We'll go to the bottom of the 3rd. Next tied at 1, Union and Collinsville here on the Union Sports Network.
Hey, Union fans, score big with TTCU Federal Credit Union School Pride Card. Each time you use your card, we donate to Union Public Schools, adding to the $2.5 million we've given statewide. TTCU, where members are raving fans.
Beautiful day here at the Union Baseball Softball Complex. We have ourselves a good baseball game here as we go to the bottom of the 3rd. Union and Collinsville tied at 1 apiece. Rick Corey, Andy Irwin, all the volunteers and crew, and a good crowd here tonight as well. As a home run for Union, got them on the board first from Asher Fowler, and then a single run scored there by Collinsville. Shortstop number 6, Cody Young, up next for Union. Redhawks haven't even gone all the way through the lineup yet. Well, Collinsville's batted around once. Burwell on the outside corner on that one, ball 1. Wind continues to blow out here pretty steadily. Nice day though, it's about 70 degrees here. Burwell's second pitch fouled back, it's 1-1. Cody looked disappointed. I think he wanted to get a little more meat on that baseball. He knew he had a good one there. That one's hit just down the left field line, but that's going to be foul, so it's strike 2. Nice play over there, yeah, by the third base coach. Showing those hands with no glove. Young started that double play here in the last inning. They got Union out of it. Burwell's pitch outside corner, 2-2. Nobody out, nobody on. 1-0 here, bottom of the third. Mishon Minner's in the circle. It's always fun when he's up. Burwell's delivery swung on and missed. That's out number 1. So Cody will have a seat. Third baseman, number 1, Mishon Minners. Next up. And after Mishon, we'll go back to the top of the lineup, and Union will start over with Gavin Wilhelm. He is in the circle. Nice pitch right in there. Ooh, boy. Burwell got that one straight down the middle of strike 1. Working quickly. A little high. We'll go 1-1. You have to give Union credit. They've been very, very patient, at least in the games I've been up here for. And Minners had to get out of the way of that one. That's ball 2, and I'm not quite sure how he got that short for a second there. I don't think I could get down there without help getting up, but he was able to get down and get back up somehow as that thing had sailed straight for his helmet. That was athleticism right there. Talk about guys who can get up in the air. How about the guys who can get down? That one pretty close as well, and that'll be ball 3. Mishon Minners doesn't seem too fazed by it. Burwell delivers. That one's popped up. See if there's a play there. Going to get really close to the screen, but a nice play in there by Caden Tript, the catcher, and that's going to be out number 2. So Minners flies out. We'll be back to the top of the lineup. Right fielder number 15, Gavin Wilhelm. Next up at bat. There was just enough room in there for Tripp to make that play. So there's 2 out here, nobody on, in a 1-1 game, top of the third. Burwell's curveball, nice one for strike 1. Union, as far as base runners, haven't threatened much other than that home run by Asher Fowler. That pitch swung on, and that's going to be a foul. It'll be 0-2. Burwell's really effective. Been very good tonight. Today, pardon me. Wilhelm steps back in at the 0-2 count with 2 outs. Does not look phased. Burwell delivers that one inside, and it'll be ball 1. Just need a base runner here. Arrietty in the circle now. Swing and a miss, and that'll do it. Burwell once again very effective. So Union 3 down. We remain tied. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth, the top of the fourth coming up here on the Union Sports Network, tied 1-1.
Shields is now open at the Woodland Hills Mall in Tulsa, and we can't thank you enough for the warm welcome. Whether you love the great outdoors, sports, or fashion, Shields has something for everyone. Our passionate and knowledgeable Shields experts are excited to welcome you to explore thousands of brands and premium products. From our golf simulator, service shop, archery lanes, and more, we're ready to get you fitted with the best gear for you. We can't wait to see you at Shields.
Select Commercial Group, a part of Coldwell Banker Select, is a highly reputable and professional firm specializing in commercial real estate services. A premier sponsor of the Union Red Hawks.
Beautiful afternoon for a ball game. Welcome back to the Union Baseball Softball Complex, Union and Collinsville here. I'm Rick Corey. Behind me, Andy Irwin, the UVU crew. Great thing about sports like this, you got to have dads to volunteer, and they're all over the place here. Thanks to all those guys, too, because you can't do it without them. We are tied 1-1 here in the top of the fourth. Coming to bat, third baseman number 12, Cal Schloman. 2-year starter who grounded out last time up. 1-1 on the strength of a Union home run from Asher Fowler and then a run manufactured by Collinsville. Jackson Franklin on the mound. Just a little low for ball one. Connor Douthit started this game, had a couple of good innings, but struggled in the third and was replaced by Franklin, who worked his way out of a very tough jam. Schloman in that day glow orange bat ready to go. Outside corner for ball two. You carry that bat around, you wouldn't need a flashlight at night. I think that thing glows. Franklin's delivery slightly to the inside, and that'll be ball three. As patient as we mentioned Union is, so are these Collinsville Cardinals. Cleanup hitter Preston Willis has already walked twice today. That's a great delivery by Franklin. That's a strike down the pike, so it's 3-1. Nobody out. Here's we begin this top of the fourth. Franklin's curveball broke really nicely, but not quite enough apparently, and that's going to be a walk for Schloman. He bailed out of the way. Didn't really need to because it broke enough, but that'll put him on first base. Right fielder number 19, Caden Cups. Your next batter. He checks back with his coaches. He was hit by a pitch last time up. I'm sure he's hoping not for a repeat. Squares to bunt. Let's see what happens. Minner's in at third. Franklin delivers. The bunt is foul. So that's strike one. Minners and Franklin both reacted really quickly. That was, it's always going to be a tough play at second, but ball's bunted a little too hard. That might have been an opportunity. They certainly could have had a nice play at first. Nobody on, or pardon me, nobody out, one on for Collinsville here in this top of the fourth. Minner's in again. This time it is bunted. Minner's able to make that play over to first. Thought about second, but decided not to. So the sacrifice moves Schloman over, and Collinsville with one out has Schloman on second base. Second baseman number 14, Chase Wiedmeyer, will be up again. Singled his first time at bat against Douthit. Arichi sneaks over and Schloman stayed close. He did swing on that one. That's strike one. Quick check. Nothing serious. And that one hit him. So Cups has now been hit by a pitch twice. Or pardon me, that Wiedmeyer there. Sorry, hit by that pitch. So that's two hit by pitchers tonight for Union. Shortstop number 7, Bentley Brown. Next guy in. So now first and second. One out in a 1-1 game here, top of the fourth. Brown walked his last time up. Franklin's delivery low for ball one. There must be some chattering out of the dugout over there from Collinsville toward Brown because he turned around and held his left hand out like, I got this, guys. All right, enough. Trying to play baseball. It started on one side but went way to the other. That's ball two. 2-0. And now Brown will go confer with his third base coach. So apparently whatever they were trying to tell him was important. He'll listen in, as will Burwell. He'll be up next. Weinbarger takes the opportunity to trot out and have a conversation with Jackson Franklin at the same time. So 2-0, 1 out, 2-1. First and second are covered up here in this 1-1 game. Franklin's delivery got that inside corner, 2-1. Brown kind of jumped back a little, but no need. That was a terrific pitch. The delivery. Ooh, Brown wanted that one. Didn't go for it, and it's just outside, 3-1 now. That really showed some restraint right there because he wanted to try to swing at that baseball. That delivery way on the inside, and that's a walk, and the bases are loaded. So Brown's walked a couple of times tonight as well. And the man up now, number 6 pitcher J.J. Burwell, has also walked once today. And the guy coming behind him, Preston Willis, has walked twice today. Which will tell you the Union pitchers have had some struggles finding the strike zone, but we are in a 1-1 game. Let's see if they can keep it that way. Bases are loaded with 1 out. Dangerous situation for Franklin. That delivery, though, is a tremendous strike. Nice curveball, 0-1. They got out of this last inning with a double play. Let's see if they do it again. Got the outside corner, and we are 0-2. And Burwell's got to be thinking, what? You're throwing balls to everybody else, and you're throwing darts to me. Franklin delivers outside. It'll be 1-2. Way outside for 2-2. Last inning, they got the old 6-4-3 to end the inning on the double play. Take any combination if we can get that done. By we, I mean them, because I couldn't do it. 2-2. That one's going to be fouled down the left field line. It'll stay foul. So we'll remain at 2-2 with 1 out. Those 2 strikes seem to kind of pick Franklin back up. He's working a little quicker again. As Burwell, the opposing pitcher, steps back in. Delivery inside. We've got ourselves a 3-2. In danger of walking one home now, and Franklin doesn't want to do that. You saw the frustration right there on his face as he readies himself for the big pitch. That delivery was a walk, and that will bring home the run. So Burwell has now walked twice and has an RBI because of it. So it's 2-1 Collinsville here in the top of the 4th. First baseman number 16, Preston Willis, stepping in. Again, he has walked twice today, and as you can see, he's batting in that 4th spot for a reason. He is a sizable young man. Once again, their courtesy runner moves over to first base, and that's once again Isaiah Carrasco. Willis is ready. Did not even flinch on that being inside. That's ball 1, but that's impressive. That was heading right for his knuckles, and he never moved. Franklin delivers. That one's going to be hit just over the first baseman's head. That'll fall, and that'll score at least 2. Going to third is the runner, and they're going to be able to get him out. That's a nice throw from out in right field. What a throw by Wilhelm to Minners. But 2 runs will score, and it's 3-1 Collinsville. Nice hit right there by Preston Willis. And a nice throw from Wilhelm. Catcher number 1, Caden Tript, next up. So now it is 2 down and first base only for Collinsville, but they do lead 3-1. Pardon me, 4-1. Delivery by Franklin. That's outside. Ball 2. Ball 1, pardon me. Oh, way over his head. Trips was able to get underneath that. 2-0. And really almost no lead over there for Willis. I mean, he's got a little bit of a lead, but he's not going to venture too far away. High by Franklin, and it's 3-0. There is once again action down in the Union bullpen. Franklin's delivery. That one got the outside corner. Strike 1. That's a nice pitch. Now, I believe that's Gomez up in the bullpen. It's hard to see from this vantage point, but I think that's who that is up in the bullpen for Union. And that's a hit by pitch. So Tripp will go to first base. That will move Willis to second. Designated hitter number 2, Jackson Savoy, will be up next, and we are going to call for that next pitcher. So Franklin's day will end, and I believe that's Gomez, and that sure looks like Armando from the way he's jogging. It is not Armando Gomez. Once again, I'm wrong. That happens a lot. Samson Harrison is going to be your next pitcher. You got a good bit of warm-up out there, but I'm sure not quite as much as you'd like. No one ever does. Let's see if they keep activity out there. No, they do not, so there's no one else out. Of course, the bullpen for Collinsville has been very quiet, because so far tonight, J.J. Burwell has been really good. So Harrison will step in. And you could certainly tell Franklin was giving it everything he had, but there wasn't a lot left right there at the end. Harrison will get a few pitches here. A 4-1 game now. 3 runs in this top of the 4th for Collinsville. And designated hitter Savoy, who's also walked and struck out, will come to bat. We began the season, those trees out in the outfield were not anywhere near full of leaves, and you could see the other complexes, and you can see Academy over there, and now it's as though you're in the woods. With all the rain we've had lately, I'm surprised the artificial turf isn't growing. Everything else is. If you haven't serviced your lawnmower, you better, or hire somebody. I suggest the second, hire somebody. So Savoy will step in with 2 out, 2 on, and a 4-1 lead. Harrison checks. His first delivery swung foul, and it'll be strike 1. Now there is other activity in the Union bullpen. A day like this, you want to have as many arms warm as you can. Harrison's delivery low, and we're 1-1. Gomez is the guy up out in the bullpen right now, although he's not throwing. That one's hit straight out towards center field, and Fowler's able to make that catch, and that will do it. But it was a costly inning for Union. 3 runs there for Collinsville. They now lead 4-1. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th next here on the Union Sports Network.
When summer heats up and your AC isn't working right, be cautious of being pressured into a replacement.
It's always a good idea to get a second opinion, and Airco will let you know if your AC is worth fixing.
So call Airco today for a free second opinion.
Does your school or organization need athletic apparel or spirit wear? Let me suggest Inkwell, a Tulsa-based company that can get you the quality you deserve at unheard of and unmatched lead times. Talking 2 weeks or less, not 2 months like most others, and can do it as much as 60% less than most of the big guys out there. So join the likes of Sand Springs, Union, Broken Arrow, Jinx, Oolaga, and Glenpool to name a few, and get your customized sublimated uniforms, including Under Armour, Nike, or Adidas at inkwellnation.com.
3-run, top of the 4th for Collinsville gives them a 4-1 lead here at the Union Sports Complex. Welcome back, Rick Corey and Andy Irwin and the crew here. On a pretty Friday afternoon. We started around 70 degrees. I don't think it's a lot below that. Number 8, second baseman Isaac Arrietchi will hope to give Union a start here. Not much offense here other than a home run by Asher Fowler to give Union a 1-0 lead early on. J.J. Burwell's delivery just to the outside, and it's ball 1. And Union's really built on a small ball team, and they've done that really well here this year. But Burwell, other than those 2 pitches, has been really deadly. That's a 2-0 count now. Lively arm. Burwell got the outside corner there for a 2-1 count. And you could see him actually slow that delivery up just a little bit right there, as though it was a little bit more intentional. That one's a little far outside, and it's 3-1, so an opportunity for Arrietchi, who can run if he can get on base. It would bring up Devin Blackwell, who's in the circle. Swing and a miss. Well, no, pardon me, swing and a hit, and that ball was foul. Got it right down the third base line. And Schloman gathered it pretty quickly and was going to make a throw. And had that been a real play, that might have been tight, but Arrietchi, as I mentioned, can run. So we're at 3-2 with nobody out and nobody on. And a swing and a miss there. Yep, looks like he actually fouled that one back. So we'll remain at 3-2. Ooh, that one was really inside. That's a ball. Now it broke, his pitches do, but that's going to be a walk there for Isaac Arrietchi. So a base runner for Union. Left fielder number 19, Devin Blackwell, will step in. And that puts Armando Gomez in the batter's circle. See if Devin can make a little hay here. 4-1 Collinsville. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Nobody out, 1 on. Union hoping just to threaten a bit. Burwell checks briefly. There wasn't a lot of effort into that throw. He just kind of lobbed it over there, but just letting him know he's watching. That delivery is hit up in the air. Might be a tough play for the right fielder. Can he get there? That he does. Arrietchi will get back pretty quickly. But Caden Cups, the right fielder, at first looked like he was going to back up. The second baseman quickly just gave him the baseball, and he had to really work to get there, but he did. Designated hitter number 25, Armando Gomez, will step in. 1 out now, and Arrietchi, still on first. Throw over is a little late. That one had a chance, though. And Cup's backed up a second. Looked like maybe it would fall in front of him. No such luck. That delivery got the outside corner. That'll be a strike. 0-1 on Gomez. He had a fly out last time up. Burwell from the stretch. And Andy makes a good point. It is interesting. I noticed it earlier. If you watch Burwell when he checks the runner, he is not peeking to his left. He's looking back over his right shoulder like a hawk or an eagle or an owl. I don't know how he's able to do that, but maybe the shadows. I can't tell, but he's looking. That one's going to be hit down the foul line. I think it's going to get back, and it does. Goes even beyond the bullpen, so that'll be a strike. And it's 0-2. One out. One on here for Union, trailing 4-1, bottom of the fourth. Arrietty at first, just hoping get an opportunity to let those legs go. Another quick throw. They know that Arrietty can run, so they're going to be pretty careful. And Caden Tripp, the catcher, is keeping an eye as well. 0-2. Arrietty is going. That's going to be hit down to the third baseman. Arrietty will get there, but they'll throw out at first base. Fairly simple. Nice job of that third baseman. Schloman looked down quickly, knew he didn't have a play on Arrietty and tossed it down there. So it's 2 down for Union. However, a runner at second base. Center fielder number 11, Asher Fowler. Asher homered his last time up. Nobody would have a problem if he were able to do it again. Well, Collinsville might. Fowler's going to step out as Burwell took a little longer there. He's kind of staring Arrietty down out there. I don't think he's going to bother Isaac too much. Bentley Brown was trying to sneak in or sneaking in behind him, but now he's gotten back to his spot. Now he's going to sneak in a little bit again. Pitch is outside. Ball 1. Little mind games going on out there as Brown making hand signals, and see him talking as well. Burwell. Brown right behind Arrietty. Actually sneaking, I mean really right behind him, as you can see there, and kind of sneaking in. That's a nice curveball for a strike, and it's 1-1. I'm sure Arrietty's aware he's right behind him, but he is pretty much ignoring him. The delivery got the outside corner. That was, not sure we all agree, but we don't get to make the decisions. 1-2 with 2 outs and 1 on. 4-1 game here. Bottom of the fourth. Burwell's delivery well outside, and it's 2-2. Quick check. That's outside as well, so we're at 3-2. 3-2 with 2 outs. Arrietty will move anything that might be put in play that's playable. If Fowler can do it, Arrietty's fast enough to give himself a chance. Pitch. Going to be hitting the air. That is deep to right field. And Cups lets it go off the wall. That will score Arrietty. And on his way to third base is Fowler. That really was about maybe a foot and a half or 2 feet from being his second home run. Hit that thing high at first. It didn't seem like it would carry as far. But the right fielder, Caden Cups, did try to make a play, but it bounced off the wall, and that will score Arrietty. We're at 4-2. First baseman number 3, Zach Oliver, will be next up. And he's got an opportunity to bring home Fowler, who today has been the hero. Second RBI of the day, including his home run earlier. Oliver struck out last time up. Oliver swings. That one's going to be deep left. Let's see if that stays in the park, and it does. Left fielder Josh Rimpley makes that catch, but not before Union gets at least one, so it's 4-2 Collinsville. We'll go to the top of the 5th coming up next here on the Union Sports Network.
Life doesn't wait for you to slow down. When you're moving fast and something doesn't feel right, Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma is here to help you stay in motion. Through our combined expertise in orthopedic surgery, non-surgical medicine, and comprehensive whole patient treatment, our team has your back and every other joint too. Ready to get back out there? Visit AOOK.com and let's move forward together. Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma. Heal, recover, advance.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
So Asher Fowler continues to be somewhat of a hero here tonight for Union. It's a 4-2 lead for Collinsville, but Fowler has driven in both runs for Union. A home run and a triple there to bring in Arrietty. So we go to the top of the 5th at 4-2 Collinsville. Welcome into the Union Sports Network. Rick Coy along with Andy Irwin. All the dads and people who volunteer here helping us put these games on for you. Wonderful night here. That wind's not letting up. Union has had those balls that just travel. You get them up in the air a little bit, and it's just worked tremendously. Trying to play that small ball to catch up. Third Union pitcher on the mound, Samson Harrison. Connor Douthit had a couple of good innings and then really struggled in third, replaced by Jackson Franklin, who got himself out of 1 bases loaded, 1 out with a double play ball. But the second bases loaded he could not get out of, and they brought in Samson Harrison. Left fielder number 3, Josh Rimpley, will be the first guy up for Collinsville here in this 5th inning. Rimpley has grounded out and hit into a double play. Harrison readies. And stepping out is Rimpley. The Union pitchers have been a little more studied tonight, and more than once, Collinsville has decided to give themselves a break and step out. That delivery goes straight to the shortstop without any trouble. Cody Young could not have asked it to be any easier, and that's going to be a fly out right there for Josh Rimpley. Those are gifts right there. It doesn't get a whole lot easier than that. Third baseman, number 12, Cal Schloman, who tried to catch that ball a little earlier but could not, will be next up. 1 down here, nobody on. Harrison's ball a little bit outside for ball 1. Harrison's been a little bit more on mark than both the other pitchers tonight. And I think Harrison and Weinbarger might be, there we go. He looked over and kind of spread his arms like what? And I think they're discussing signals there. He tapped his cap, nodded his head, so I think we're in understanding. That went straight down the middle and fouled off right over to the concession stand, and we're 1-1. If they catch it over there, they'll cook it, and you never know. Might get yourself a baseball. Put a little nacho cheese sauce on there, it might be all right. 1-1, 1 out, nobody on here in the top of the 5th. 4-2 Collinsville. That's going to be to the outside, and it'll be 2-1. Harrison's delivery, a little high. We're 3-1. Union pitchers have struggled tonight putting people on with walks, especially kind of the middle part of that lineup. Harrison delivers, and that's a swing right there by Schloman. So we'll go 3-2. Union's pitchers have gone to a lot of full counts, but generally been able to work their way out of it, and they somehow got out of that one. It's way outside, and Schloman swung at it. That's fine. We'll take that strikeout. That'll be out number 2. Right fielder number 19, Caden Cups. Had that tough play off the wall a little earlier. He made a nice recovery, though. Was able to get that ball over to third base, but Fowler had already been there. So 2 out, nobody on. Got a good inning so far for Samson Harrison. Slightly high, that's ball 1. Cups has been hit by a pitch and had a sacrifice fly here tonight already. Or this afternoon, we'll say. This evening, maybe. That one swung on and going to be hit back in foul territory, and it'll be 1-1. Got to watch it out there in the crowd. You just never know where it's going, even if you're just taking a walk back over to one of the men's or women's rooms. Heads up, boys and girls. Sampson's delivery outside, 2-1. Well, the concession stand's just over behind the Union dugout over in first base area, so a right-handed hitter pops one over there. You may get one in your popcorn. Outside again, 3-1. 4-2 game with 2 outs and nobody on here. Top of the 5th. Samson Harrison's been pretty sharp. That'll be a little to the outside, though, and that'll be a walk for Caden Cups. He's had a sacrifice, hit by a pitch, and a walk. Second baseman, number 14, Jace Wiedmeyer. Will step in. He's been hit by a pitch as well and had a single. 2 outs, 1 on now. And Harrison will face the top of the lineup. Wiedmeyer lets a strike go by. 0-1. Harrison delivers outside, and that'll even the count at 1 each. Pretty good lead over there by Cups. Ooh, he wanted to swing at that one, but he didn't. That'll be ball 2. 2-1. Wiedmeyer had to keep himself from swinging at that. He was leaning into it. Harrison pretty much ignoring that runner at first. That's a nice pitch on the inside, and we're even at 2-all. 2-2, 2 outs. 1 on here, top of the 5th, a 4-2 game, Collinsville leading. Just a little low, and that ball got away, so that'll be a stolen base. As Cups was paying good attention, Weinbarger just could not quite handle it, and it bounced right in front of him. So even though there are 2 outs, we do have a 3-2 count, so now he'll be running from second. Jace Wiedmeyer. Big pitch. Swings and hits that one in. What a play by Minners. Mishon Minners able to reach up, snag that, and Union saves themselves again. Boy, that's a nice play by the third baseman. So, no runs scored. It remains 4-2, and we'll go to the bottom of the 5th next here on the Union Sports Network.
Life doesn't wait for you to slow down. When you're moving fast and something doesn't feel right, Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma is here to help you stay in motion. Through our combined expertise in orthopedic surgery, non-surgical medicine, and comprehensive whole patient treatment, our team has your back and every other joint too. Ready to get back out there? Visit AOOK.com and let's move forward together. Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma. Heal, recover, advance.
Select Commercial Group, a part of Coldwell Banker Select, is a highly reputable and professional firm specializing in commercial real estate services. A premier sponsor of the Union Red Hawks.
God, it's a good baseball game going here. Welcome back to the Union Sports Network and the stream. Rick Corey here with Andy Irwin and the crew. 4-2, Collinsville leads this game as we go to the bottom of the fifth inning. Catcher number 12, Chris Weinbarger. First up here in this bottom of the fifth. And J.J. Burwell, the pitcher, who has been very good tonight, brings a strike on that outside corner. Tremendous movement on his balls, and he does not waste any time either. He works fairly quickly. Burwell delivers swing and a miss, and that'll be strike two. That one's fouled back. I say miss. It was just fouled. Over to the dugout. Coach made a nice play. Saved the baseball, and here we go. One great thing about turf fields, you do save a lot of baseballs. Burwell well up and out on that one, so it's 1-2. Just missed the outside, and we're at 2-2. Nobody out here, just beginning this bottom of the fifth. Cody Young in the batter's circle as Weinbarger waits. Yep, and we're going to have the step out here by the umpire. A little adjustment to the old face mask. Burwell's delivery is hit and singled just past the shortstop. So Weinbarger will make first base. And that's a nice piece of hitting by Weinbarger. Shortstop number 6, Cody Young, will come to bat. Nobody out here. Bottom of the fifth of a 4-2 game. Collinsville in the lead, and we will have a courtesy runner. That will be Chandler Studdard. They're checking baseballs here. They decide which one they want. And then we'll get right back into it. So Young checks, gets the signs. He's going to step in. Minners will be in the batter circle. Nobody out here, one on. 4-2 game as Union continues to try to kind of chip their way back into this. Burwell, quick check, and makes a nice throw, but well, you had to get back on that one. Weinbarger did. But Burwell can fire it over there now. He does it again, but that one was a little high. Weinbarger got a pretty nice lead there. That's going to be, or pardon me, Studdard. That's going to be delivered a little low, and it will be 1-0. Yeah, the courtesy runner, Studdard. Little guy, so I'm assuming that he can blaze. As a matter of fact, him standing out there next to the first baseman, Preston Willis. Two very different people. Another quick throw back. Studdard crawls in there. Studdard's head comes to Willis's shoulder. But he does have himself a nice lead. 1-0. One Young. Young was able to hit that one. That goes to second. Let's see if they can turn the double play, and they do. 4-6-3 double play turned, and there are now 2 outs. Third baseman number 1, Mishon Minners, will try to salvage a little something here. And remember, the last part of that double play is Bentley Brown, the 3-year starter, and he looks like he's done that 18 or 19 million times if you watch the fluidity there. So base is clean, but Burwell hits Minners. Now, Minners was close to getting hit multiple times last time at bat and was able to get out of the way of all those, but not this time. Back to the top of the lineup, right fielder number 15, Gavin Wilhelm. Minners must feel like a target. You've had a lot of them thrown in his proximity. 2 outs now and nobody on, a 4-2 game. Collinsville with the lead. Burwell's delivery way outside. Ball 1. That was actually a very nice save there by Caden Tripp. If he didn't make that, without question, Minners would have been at least at second. Wilhelm ready again. Minners with a tremendous lead. Slightly outside. Catcher makes a quick throw, but he's back. Minners had to hurry to get back. That was a nice throw by Tripp, the catcher. That was a good scramble back, though, as well by Minners. He's going to stay a little closer for right now. He'll sneak back out there. Now Minners jumps. That's a strike. 1-1. Pardon me, 2-1. Here on Gavin Wilhelm, 2 outs, 1 on for Union. Wilhelm checks him again. And again, he has that interesting, looks over that right shoulder, and he'll fire over there. That was cursory, though. That wasn't even half-hearted. That was kind of quarter-hearted. That delivery is going to be high, and once again, Tripp throws it back out there. Oh, Minners got back. No, they got him. Oh, my. Minners scrambled back. I think his hand might have come off the base. What a play in there by the catcher, Caden Tripp, but he'd thrown back there a couple of times well. That'll do the inning for Union, and we are remaining at 4-2. So we'll go to the top of the 6th next with Collinsville up here on the Union Sports Network.
Hey, Union fans, score big with TTCU Federal Credit Union School Pride Card. Each time you use your card, we donate to Union Public Schools, adding to the $2.5 million we've given statewide. TTCU, where members are raving fans.
So we will go to the top of the 6th inning in a 4-2 game, Collinsville leading. Rick Corey and the crew here with you, the Union Sports Network. Shortstop number 7, Bentley Brown, will be the first up for Collinsville in this inning. Union took a 1-0 lead in this game. Collinsville, though, scored 3 runs, scored 1 in the third and 3 runs in the fourth to take this lead. Union able to get 1 back in the fourth to make it 4-2. Samson Harrison on the bump. That's a swing and a miss. Nice pitch by Harrison. Strike 1. Brown has walked twice. He is a tremendous baseball player, but he obviously has really good instincts as well and good patience. That one's going to be hit straight to the shortstop. Cody Young makes the pickup, makes the throw, and that's 1 out. Well, that's the first time tonight Bentley Brown has not been on base. First baseman number 16, Preston Collins. He's walked a couple of times. He's also had a big 2 RBI shot that bounced off the wall. Oh, pardon me. I jumped the gun on that. That is the first baseman, Preston. Pardon me, that's J.J. Burwell, the pitcher, who's up now. It's Willis who's in the batter's box or in the circle. Harrison delivers. Ooh, boy, he wanted that one, and it sure looked like a strike for a second. It was not. Will be a 1-1. 1 out, nobody on here. That one's going to be hit up in the air. Let's see if Minners can get to that. Should be able to. And Michon's got it. So that'll be out number 2. And with the sun where it is right now, that's got to be difficult. Out there at third, short, left field. But he made a pretty quick work of that. So actually, first baseman number 16, Preston Willis, will come to bat with 2 out and nobody on. Tidy inning so far for Samson Harrison. Harrison's delivery fouled straight back. He's on right now. Connor Douthit started this game. Struggles in the third, replaced by Jackson Franklin, who then struggled in the fourth, replaced by Sampson, who is really on mark right now. That one hit straight at Young. Oh, it's going to bounce under that glove. So he will be on, Will Willis. Quickly collected, though, out there in left field by Blackwell. So with 2 outs, there will be 1 on. There will be a courtesy runner here for Collinsville. This will be number 4, Mateo Carrasco. I do not see that scored yet, although it probably will go down as an error. Catcher number 1, Caden Tripp, will step in. He's the one who made the fantastic throw to pick Michon Minners off to end the 6th inning, or pardon me, 5th inning. Harrison's delivery a little high, ball 1. Tripp has been hit by a pitch and has an RBI tonight. Harrison delivers low. It'll be 2-0. 2 outs, 1 on here for Collinsville with their 4-2 lead. Top of the 6th. Bad pitch again low, and that's 3 balls, 3-0. Flag in center field is whipping even more now. Anything hit in the air is going to be real trouble. Not just for the fences, but just anything even hit short might wreak a little havoc on those guys out in the outfield. Delivery by Harrison well outside, and that's going to put 2 people on. So Tripp walks, and with 2 outs, Collinsville will have 2 on. DH number 2, Jackson Savoy. He's had a walk here tonight and a strikeout. And we'll have another courtesy runner. This time number 13, Strider Garrett. That's a great name, Strider Garrett. Sounds like a guy in an action movie, doesn't it? I'd go watch that, wouldn't you? Yeah, Boston would go with me. I'll buy the popcorn. 2 outs, nobody on. well, pardon me, 2 outs, 2 on. Here for Collinsville in this 4-2 lead, top of the 6th. Harrison delivers high. And this has really kind of been the MO for the Union pitchers. They've started fairly well, and then a couple innings in and had a little trouble finding the strike zone. Got it there, and that's a swing and a foul back, so we're 1-1. Nobody up in the Union bullpen. There was a little bit of activity in that Collinsville bullpen for a second, but they've all come back to sit down. Ooh, that one was behind him, and that's going to advance the runners. Actually, it looks like it nicked him. So he's going to go to first base, and that will advance everybody. And that is a hit by pitch there. And Savoy is going to be on. Left fielder number 3, Josh Rimply, will step in with the bases loaded and 2 out. And there will be a conversation on the mound, but again, there's nobody up in the Union bullpen, so this will be nothing more than a reminder of something. They're going to bring Minners over as well, and Arrietty will come in, and they'll have a discussion. Now there is going to be a little bit of activity down there in the Collinsville bullpen too. Can't quite catch the number, but there is movement. Been a pretty good night thus far for J.J. Burwell. Gave up the home run to Asher Fowler. Mishan Minners is going to move over to pitch now. With Minners pitching, that will change a little bit of the lineup up. Sidonio Tejera will now come in, number 16, and play first. And that will move Zach Oliver to third. Shuffle the baseball players going on here for Union. We have seen Mishan on the mound before. He's not going to take a lot of time to get warm, and you'll step back in. 2 outs, and the bases loaded for Collinsville. We are in the top of the 6th. Cardinals leading 4-2. Umpire collecting another baseball. Fielder number 3, Josh Rimply, will face Minners. Long study by Mishan, and delivers a little low for ball 1. You certainly, as a position player, are probably warm enough pretty quickly, but it's got to be a tough position to come in with the bases loaded. Swing and a miss, nice pitch. It'll be 1-1. Rimply realized early in that swing there wasn't much there, and he kind of let that bat just carry itself on through. Just need 1 to get out of the inning here for the Redhawks. Here's delivers outside. It'll be 2-1. That one will be inside. It'll be 3-1. Close to walking 1 home here for Mishan. Delivery is outside, and that'll do it. And it's going to walk home a run. So Rimply will go to first base, and courtesy runner Mateo Carrasco will score, making it 5-2, Collinsville. Third baseman number 12, Cal Schloman. Next guy to make damage happen. He has a ground out and a walk here. They're going to call that a ball, but it was close. Minner's working quickly now. And outside, it'll be 2-0. Mijan just ignoring the runners. That one hit straight to the shortstop. That's going to be a fairly easy play. A pick up and throw. Nice job over there at short by Cody Young. And that will take care of the inning. One scored, though, for Collinsville, and we'll go to the bottom of the sixth with them leading now 5-2 over the Union Redhawks on the Union Sports Network.
Shields is now open at the Woodland Hills Mall in Tulsa, and we can't thank you enough for the warm welcome. Whether you love the great outdoors, sports, or fashion, Shields has something for everyone. Our passionate and knowledgeable Shields experts are excited to welcome you to explore thousands of brands and premium products. From our golf simulator, service shop, archery lanes, and more, we're ready to get you fitted with the best gear for you. We can't wait to see you at Shields.
When summer heats up and your AC isn't working right, be cautious of being pressured into a replacement.
It's always a good idea to get a second opinion, and Airco will let you know if your AC is worth fixing.
So call Airco today for a free second opinion.
Nice shot of the Union baseball and softball complex here by Andy Irwin and the Union crew on the Union Sports Network. We are at 5-2, Collinsville now leading. We got Boston and his grandma on camera right there. That's Boston, who we were talking about here in the booth. He and grandma waving up at the camera. 5-2, as I mentioned, Collinsville with a run in that top of the inning as a run walked home by Mijan Minners as he came in with the bases loaded. We'll have a new pitcher for Collinsville as well. It is number 22, Parker Collins. Beginning of the year, this is a guy that the head coach, Tony Reeder, made very clear they were counting on to be a big part of this team as well. Right fielder number 15, Gavin Wilhelm, is going to step in to start this inning. Bottom of the sixth. Redhawks need a little run or two, or three, or four. First pitch from Collins. Got it. Outside corner. That's a strike. Strike two. That's a ball, so we are at 1-2. Collins again working fairly quickly. That one swung on by Wilhelm, softly hit to second base, and that'll be picked up and pretty easy throw out. One out. Second baseman number 8, Isaac Arrietchi, stepping in. By the way, last call for concessions. If you're after one of those delicious hot dogs or some popcorn or candy or not, whatever, now's the time. Head on over to the concession stand behind first base. Arrietchi steps in. Nobody on, one out. That one's going to be fouled back toward the concession stand. For those of you on the stream, if you'd like to get out here for concessions, hurry. So 0-1. That one is hit straight up in the air. That might be a tough play, though. See who's going to grab that one. Actually, the right fielder, that ball carried a long way toward right field. Looked like it wouldn't, but it did. Carried way over toward right field. And that's where the play was finally made by Caden Cups. Center fielder tracked it for a while, and that is Camps. He couldn't get there. So 2 outs, nobody on here for the Redhawks. Collins delivers outside. Nope, they're going to call that a strike. Ooh, that surprises me a little bit. Didn't think that looked like a strike from up here. That one is a strike. There's no question about that one. So it's 0-2 with 2 outs and nobody on. This is the bottom of the 6th in a 5-2 game, Collinsville leading. Blackwell swings and fouls that one back. That one will be fouled as well. I don't think anyone's going to get there. Nope, that one lands in the bullpen. That pitch is high. 1-2. That one hits softly, and it's going to stay fair. That will be a tough play. I don't think they'll be able to make it, and they won't. There was nothing really they could do about that. That ball was hit so softly and bounced so high. Third baseman Schloman had really no choice, and Blackwell will be on. Designated hitter number 25, Armando Gomez, coming to bat. He has a fly out and a ground out today. This would be a good time to go ahead and launch one. Asher did that a little earlier, Asher Fowler, to give Union a 1-0 lead. And since that time, mostly Collinsville. Parker Collins has been pretty on point. That curveball, though, misses. It'll be ball 1. Delivery and a swing and a miss. Well, I tell you, though, Armando took a cut at that one now. Had he gotten a hold of it, he might have torn the cover off. It's 1-1. 2 outs, 1-1 for Union, looking for just a little something here. Quick throw over to first, but doesn't do much. Delivery is low, and it'll be 2-1. That's a strike. So we're at 2-2. Can't go wrong with the Adams family playing in the background. And you can't help but snap your fingers. I know you did it at home, don't lie. Throw up a hand if you did. 2-2, 2 outs. 1 on here, Union trailing 5-2. Hoping to extend this 6th inning. That one hit straight up the middle, and oh, what a play. Oh, my goodness. Bentley Brown got to that, but he was not quite quick enough. Blackwell can run. He made the underhanded flip, but Blackwell is safe, and Union has 2 base runners. That was a tremendous, tremendous stretch by Bentley Brown. My goodness. Looked for all the world like that one was going through, but it did not. Center fielder number 11, Asher Fowler. We're going to come talk a little bit here to Parker Collins. There's nobody up in the bullpen, so outside of position players switching, I don't think any of that's going to happen. But Fowler has been very good tonight, not only the home run, but he also has had a triple and has both Union RBIs. So they will conclave. And we'll see what comes out of it. Union's been this kind of a team, though, this year. They will just hang around and be that paper cut that bothers you. Umpire's had enough, so he's going to walk out and say, let's move this thing along. Collins remains on the hill. And stepping in again is Fowler, who's been just tremendous tonight. Curveball outside, almost got away. Nice job there by Tripp keeping that thing together. He threw it over Collins' head, but not very far over his head. Not a problem for the second baseman, Wiedmeyer, to collect that. One and 0, 2 outs, 2-1 for Union. Just a little scratching in here, maybe get him another run. Collins' delivery outside, and it'll be 2-0. You got kind of a run like Fowler has today. You just got to step in there with a lot of confidence. Got me feeling good about it. That delivery's a strike, and you could see that was really tough. Fowler really leaned into that, wanted to take a swing, and then decided at the last minute to wait, but it did break. And we're at 2-1 with 2 outs. Zach Oliver in the batter circle. That's a strike, and just getting back out there at second base, but a nice throw out there. So we're at 2-2. Fowler will step back in. Blackwell had a pretty big lead and had to scramble to get back. Collins delivers way outside, and we are at full count with 2 outs, so runners will be moving. As good as Fowler's been tonight, if he can just put something in play, we might have ourselves a ball game here. 5-2 Collinsville, but Union threatening. Collins checks. Here we go. That's a swing and a miss. Nice curveball. That broke about 1.5 miles, it looked like, and that'll do it for Union. So it will remain 5-2, and we will go to the top of the 7th. Coming up, Collinsville's Cardinals right here on the Union Sports Network.
Select Commercial Group, a part of Coldwell Banker Select, is a highly reputable and professional firm specializing in commercial real estate services. David Roberts heads up the group with over 40 years of management experience and over 20 years in the real estate market. Sarah Bergeson, Scott Job, Jason Smith, Amy Bauman are skilled professionals that are poised to help you achieve your goals. Select Commercial Group treats their clients like family. With a wealth of experience and expertise in the industry, they are dedicated to providing exceptional services to clients seeking commercial real estate solutions. Whether you are looking to buy, sell, lease, or invest in commercial properties, their expertise covers various sectors, including office spaces, retail properties, industrial facilities, and more. Select Commercial Group is the go-to partner for all your commercial real estate needs. Call 918-695-6979 or 918-394-0700, a sponsor of the Union Red Hawks.
Union will have a new pitcher here as we go to the top of the 7th at the Union Sports Complex, Union Softball Baseball Complex. Rick Corey here, Andy Irwin, the U crew. 5-2 Collinsville, and Carson Brooks will step in to pitch, the 4th Union pitcher of the night. Connor Douthit started, a couple of good innings, struggled in the 3rd. Good start for Jackson Franklin as well, but then he struggled in the 4th. And then Samson Harrison came in and really delivered a few really good innings, but he'll be replaced by Brooks here as we go to the 7th inning. Next broadcast here on the Union Sports Network. Tuesday night, it is state tournament time in soccer. The girls will play Broken Arrow at 6. The boys, Bartlesville at 8, both at the soccer complex right here on the Union Sports Network. Tell your friends. I'm going to go back and take a look at any of the games that from the past and any of the sports we've done. Andy and the crew do a great job, and you'll be able to hear multiple voices and multiple sports and go back and see any of those in the archive. Remains a beautiful evening here at the complex. as we get very near a school's ending here. Weinberger's throw to second tells us we are ready to play this game. Right fielder number 19, Caden Cups, will step in as the first batter for the Cardinals. Final inning unless Union can rally here in the bottom of the 7th. Carson, of course, catches and does several other things as well for this Red Hawk team. Cups has a sac fly. He was hit by a pitch. He's also walked here. Brooks got him on the inside with a strike. Nice pitch. 0-1. Been a well-played baseball game. Swing and a miss. 0-2 right away. Brooks is on fire early. Only had one ball you'd even consider something along the road of an error. Everything else has been really well played here. Just that Collinsville's had the more timely hits. Brooks, that one goes straight back up the middle. Let's see if they can make the play. Arrietchi. Yep, got him. Oh boy, Isaac had to hurry on that one. And the throw was slightly low, but it didn't make a lot of sense. Good dig right there over at first base by Zach Oliver, and it's 1 down. That was a tough play, without question. Second baseman number 14, Jace Weidmeyer. Or Weidmeyer. They weren't quite. I asked somebody as the team was walking in how to say it, and he said, I don't know, ask him. I just came one up. Alrighty. Carson Brooks delivers. That one, ooh boy, it was close, but they're going to call it ball 1. Umpire's pointing at the dugout. Apparently there's something over there he didn't like. Coach looked over and just kind of spread his hands like, what? 1 ball, no strikes. Delivery by Brooks. That'll be 2-0. Brooks delivers. That one will be fouled back for a strike. 2-1. You know you're all right when your head coach, Sean Newkirk, trots over to get the foul ball. Guys who'll do anything love their sport, man. That's why they're here. That one hit down to Minners. Oh, he couldn't quite pick it up. Kind of ate him up. A little late bounce there, and Minners could not get the glove on it, so that'll be a hit for Weidmeyer. So 1 out there, we 1 on. Shortstop, number 7, Bentley Brown. He has a ground out and has walked a couple of times, made that tremendous play earlier that was just not quite in time, but he got up like he kind of hurt himself or pulled something, and the way he had to stretch out and kind of jump for that one, I wouldn't be surprised. But he's stepping in. That one way outside for Brooks, ball 1. Good stop right there by Weinberger. That could have been trouble. Quick throw over. I say quick, well, that was a snap throw too. You can tell he's caught some because those catchers have that quick snap throw right from the shoulder, and he did that right there, and I think that might have surprised Weidmeyer a little bit. That was going to be fouled down the first base line. That's strike 1. 1-1, 1 out, 1 on. Top of the 7th, 5-2 game Collinsville. Cardinals are a really good baseball team this year. Had about a 7-game winning streak going a week and a half or 2 ago before they lost one. Get hot at the right time, that's what they tell you. Delivery by Brooks is a strike. Nice pitch. 1-2. Could get the double play here, too, and get this inning over with. Well, the top of this inning. Brooks throws over again. Weinbarger on the outside of the plate there. Weinbarger with a throw down to second, and they got him. Nice job by Weinbarger. So Wiedmeyer will take a seat, and that's 2 outs. So now Brown will step back in there. Got a 2-2 count. So just 1 strike away from getting this over with and get Union to the bottom of the 7th with an opportunity. Brooks has been really solid. Carson delivers and got him. Tremendous pitch by Carson Brooks, and that'll do it. So we'll go to the bottom of the 7th. Union trails 5-2, but a chance here. We'll do it next on the Union Sports Network. So we head to the bottom of the 7th here at the Union baseball softball complex. I'll spit it out. A 5-2 lead for Collinsville, and Union's hopes now on Zach Oliver, Chris Weinbarger, and Cody Young. First baseman number 3, Zach Oliver. Oliver steps in. Parker Collins, strike number 1. Union's had to piece together the runs tonight, but they've done that very well this year. Let's see if they can hang in. Collins' delivery got the outside corner. It's 0-2. Mostly rally caps here at the stadium and inside. I can't quite do that with these headphones, but the headset would be a little awkward, but the rest of us got it. That was a little the outside, 1-2. Collins is a very experienced pitcher. He's not going to make a lot of mistakes. And that's going to set him down. Strike. Parker Collins gets Collinsville 1 closer to a win. Catcher number 12, Chris Weinbarger. Had curveball. Boy, that's a nice curveball for a strike. Man, he is on right now. Collins, as we mentioned, is a guy they wanted to lean on to begin the year, and they've done that, and he's delivered. That's going to be a little low and outside, though, so we'll be even at 1-1. Cody Young, the shortstop, in the batter's circle. Now, Collins does not waste time either. He's delivering outside. 2-1. That delivery from Collins swung on. That's going to be a foul ball. Matter of fact, the third baseman over there, Schloman, didn't even make much of an effort. He just looked and saw it bounce once and realized where it was going. So it's 2-2 with one out, nobody on here in the bottom of the 7th. A 5-2 lead for Collinsville. Collins a little low there, so we'll have a full count, 3-2. You got the good, bad, and the ugly playing in the stands, and we've got all three up here. I'm not going to say point out there are four of us, so I'm not going to point out which is which. That's a ball, and that will put Weinberger on base. So one runner with 2 outs. Shortstop number 6, Cody Young. We'll see if he can keep this going. That's going to be ball 1. Once again, the courtesy runner is Chandler Studdard, and he's got a pretty good sized lead, but really being mostly ignored. Well, Collins now, as soon as I say that, Collins makes a throw over, but Collins was not paying a lot of attention up till then. That pitch will be high, 2-0. If you were to walk a couple of guys on here, you might be looking at an entirely different situation, eh? Collins has had pretty good control. That time he's a little high, and again, quick throw, but Studdard is back. The catcher, Tripp, has already picked one guy off over at first. He's certainly capable. The rally horns are active. Strike. Just inside corner, so it's 3-1. Cody Young knew that was close enough, though. Don't take chances. So 2 outs and a 3-1 count here with a 1 runner on. Swing, and that's going to be bounced straight to second base. Should be a decently easy play, and that's going to do it. So that's 2 outs now for Collinsville, and Union down to its last shot. Number 14, Peyton Williams, will step in as a pinch hitter. Runner at second, 2 out, 5-2 lead for Collinsville. 1 out away from Union ending it here. Collins, outside corner for strike 1. Collins looked for a second like he was staring down the runner. Instead, he was just communicating with Bentley Brown. Parker Collins. That is swung on and hit foul way out toward the creeks out there. So Williams hangs in there. 0-2. Redhawks down to their last strike here. The pitch, got it. And that's that. I don't think Williams quite agreed, but that's going to do it, and that's going to end the baseball game. So 5-2, Collinsville will win this game. Remember, the next broadcast here on the Union Sports Network will be on Tuesday night. Soccer state tournament time. The girls will play Broken Arrow at 6. The boys will play Bartlesville at 8. Until then, I'm Rick Corey. Thanks to Andy Irwin and all the folks up here who volunteered, and to Boston who helped us out as well. And we hope to see you again next year right here on the Union Sports Network.